The sun had just started to shine when traders began to open their stalls in Odenna Market. The air was full of sweet smells, roasted corn, ripe bananas, and fresh palm oil. People were shouting everywhere, buyers pricing goods, sellers calling customers, and drummers beating their talking drums. But one corner of the market was always full of people, the place under the big iroko tree, where Mama Nkem, the famous hairdresser, made people's hair. Nobody knew who Mama Nkem really was or where she came from. Some said she came from another village. Others said she just appeared one day. But one thing everyone agreed on: her hands were special. Her hairstyles were too fine. The braids were smooth and neat, and they lasted very long. Her fingers moved so fast that sometimes you couldn't even see them clearly. Every woman who sat on her mat left looking very beautiful, almost like she was shining. Every day, women from far and near rushed to the market early just to line up and wait for Mama Nkem. They would gist and laugh while waiting for their turn. Mama Nkem didn't talk much. She only smiled small sometimes and kept plaiting. But something was strange about her. She never ate, never drank water, and when the market closed, nobody ever saw her going home. It was like she disappeared. Still, nobody asked questions. They only cared about beauty, and Mama Nkem gave it freely. One morning, a young girl called Amara came to the market. The new yam festival was coming, and she wanted her hair to be the best in the whole town. She had heard many stories about Mama Nkem's wonderful hairstyles. When Amara got there, the line was already long. She waited for many hours under the hot sun, until finally it was her turn. "Good morning, Mama," she greeted happily. Mama Nkem looked up slowly and smiled. "Sit down, my daughter. Beauty waits for no one," she said. Mama Nkem started plaiting Amara's hair. Her hands moved very fast, too fast. Amara looked at the mirror on the ground and noticed something strange. Mama Nkem's face looked somehow blurry, and her hands seemed longer than normal. Then Amara saw something that made her heart beat fast. Mama Nkem's feet were not touching the ground. Amara slowly picked up the mirror and looked again. This time, she screamed so loud that the whole market stopped. The woman behind her was not human. Her fingers were thin like smoke, her eyes were red, and her shadow on the ground was moving on its own. "Mama Nkem is a spirit!" Amara shouted and jumped up. The market scattered. People dropped their goods and ran. Some men came with sticks and charms. Mama Nkem stood up slowly. Her scarf fell from her head, and she looked sad. "Why are you afraid?" she asked. Her voice sounded like an echo. "I gave you beauty. I never harmed anyone." Then an old woman, Mama Ifeoma, came forward with shaky hands. "Nkem," she cried, "you died 20 years ago. You were struck by lightning while plaiting hair under this same iroko tree." Everyone gasped. Mama Nkem looked down and nodded. "I remember," she said softly. "The gods saw my love for my work and gave me a chance to continue what I loved. I did not mean to scare you." Just then, the wind started blowing. Dust rose up around her and her body began to shine like light. "I will go now, but when the wind touches your hair, remember, beauty is not everything." And then she disappeared. When the dust cleared, only a white comb was left on the mat. Nobody touched it. From that day, nobody sat under the iroko tree again. But sometimes, in the quiet mornings, women in Odenna Market would feel soft fingers brushing through their hair, light and gentle, and they would whisper, "Mama Nkem is still here, weaving in the wind." Moral lessons: beauty is not everything. What looks perfect may hide a mystery. Curiosity is good. Amara's courage helped everyone see the truth. Respect the spirit world. Some things are not meant for humans to play with.